So much stuff had been happening in her house, but it wasn't until it attacked her baby that she realized she really needed help. Earlier that day, she had been driving with the baby in the car seat in the back. She looked in her mirror to check on the baby. It was like somebody was shaking the car seat. He was back there by himself. She got out of the car to take the baby out of the car seat. It was like someone was pulling on the baby's legs. She said she could see the baby's legs being pulled by something she couldn't see. She had moved into the townhouse with her 5-month-old about 9 months earlier. She had a 4-year-old who spent some time at the townhouse, but it was her and the baby primarily. It started off with just feelings of being watched. She'd be in her bedroom primarily. She'd feel like she was being watched, so that she actually looked for peepholes or something, thinking that maybe the last tenants had left a camera or maybe a neighbor was spying on them. Didn't find anything. The weird things continued to happen. She would set something down on a counter, go to reach for it, and it was just gone. Sometimes she would find it, sometimes it was gone permanently and just disappeared. Other times, she would sense the presence of a very specific male. She knew it was the same one every single time. But it wasn't until she was riding in the car, she saw something shaking the car seat in a car where she was alone with the 5-month-old, that she realized maybe she was sort of over her head. When she got out of the car, something was pulling on the baby's legs. She realized that all of the other things that she noticed were not all in her head. She described lights in her house that almost like they were synchronized would slowly dim and then all turn back on really bright, brighter than they should be. This would happen like clockwork. Someone was using a slider on her lights, except she didn't have that type of a light in her house. A few weeks before, she'd been lying in bed in her room watching a movie, and the baby was in one of those automatic swings that you can wind up, it'll just go. All of a sudden, the baby swing started to go way faster than it should have, and so that it was jerking the baby around. If you've seen one of those, they don't go that fast. They really don't. Not enough to displace a whole baby. She ended up taking the baby out of the swing and letting it sleep with her that night because she was scared to let it sleep in its crib, even though it was in the same room. But it wasn't until the baby being yanked out of her arms, or something attempting to yank the baby out of her arms, she realized that she needed help. Her 4-year-old, who also spent time at the house but didn't live with her full time, had gotten to the point where he was afraid to be in the house at all. He had his own room, and he would always describe to her what he called the lion man. She knew what he meant because she'd seen a very similar man who had really crazy, wild, curly hair. She knew that this was the entity that was watching her. She could feel him there every moment of every day that she spent in that house. He was extremely aggressive. She said that she would feel him on the bed. She would feel him standing right next to her. She'd be woken out of a deep sleep knowing that he was standing right there watching her. They also reported hearing growling noises associated with what she believed to be the bushy-haired man, which is what she called him. Her little boy was so scared that her partner had gotten to the point where he didn't want the 4-year-old to have any visitation at all, and that was a problem. Of course, we took the case.